We got it anchored down to the trailer. We're gonna head on down. Looks like the weather's gonna permit it. Now we're just hoping for some traction and let the cards fall where they may. We got the whole camera crew with us today. That's me and my wife, camera, GoPro, and a cell phone. We should be able to get some good footage out of the 3, 2. We made it. Past tech. Waiting for the call. I'm in here, so it's a little quieter. You always got to make your plans accordingly as the day unfolds. The place is packed, so the runs will be limited. So I'm going to focus on traction and maybe shift point. I will not do any timing. I won't get the runs to mess with timing or jetting or anything like that. So hopefully we got our ducks in a row. Hopefully the truck hooks up, and hopefully we can get a good clean pass. Hopefully.
Now I want you to pay attention to that black car. Watch that black car.
I understand from the camera, your guys' view, it was so far away, but from my front windshield, he's out in front of me. It's a lot faster car, obviously. He's out in front of me, but all of a sudden I see him darts to the guardrail. I thought he left paint on the guardrail. I thought he hit it, but he didn't. And he pulls back in, and then he gets going what I call the death wobble. We've all done it on bicycles. Ooh. So a little bit he goes woo 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 like that, and he darts right to my lane. As soon as I see him go to the guardrail like that and come back off, okay, I'm still floored. But all of a sudden when I see that come out of that guardrail and it goes like that, the death wobble, I call it the death wobble because usually you're out of control at that point. So I get out of the gas and I'm coasting. He's far enough ahead, but I'm catching on him now. And then all of a sudden he takes a violent dart toward the center line. You can't really see that in the camera, but he comes over. I'm on the brakes. So I hit the brakes, and he gets it under control, thank goodness. But that's how fast things can go wrong. Even if you're an experienced driver or a novice, things can happen to anyone at any time in a hurry. You just got to be prepared. And when that happens, I got out of it, braked, and gave him both lanes to get the car straightened out. So he didn't crash into a wall, get injured or hurt or worse, and cause a bunch of track cleanup. That nobody wins in that situation. And, and worst case scenario, both vehicles could be involved. If I can't dodge it and go around it, I could be involved, and, you could have injuries or even worse. So wreck the cars, put the track down for a couple hours. There's all kinds of things that nothing good comes out of that. When you see something like that happening, you want out of it, give the guy the room to get things straightened out when you see something like that. We ended up crossing the line at the exact same, I'll show you. So we end up crossing the line side by side, basically. 1566, 1583 at 46 and 47 mile an hour. So you close the gap pretty fast when somebody's on the brakes darting all over the place, and you're doing 80 plus mile an hour. So anyways, that was my first pass. It was here for almost 2 hours. Finally get my class called up, get a pass, and you have to jump on the brakes. So what do you do?
I just want to give a shout out to my friend. You can see him standing there at the truck window. He's a seasoned veteran racer, and he was helping spot me in the water box so I could get consistency and repeatability, and so we get the truck to hook up. And also he was watching how the truck left the line and giving me any feedback of anything that he might have noticed. So I've known him about 30 years. I appreciate that. At this point, we're gaining confidence that on my second pass that the truck is going to bite. It seems to be hooking up really good. And on this pass, I tried shifting at 6,000. It didn't help me. It kind of slowed it up a couple of tenths, but you got to learn. Notice any difference between my second run and third run? Yeah, the sun's going down. That's what a oil spill on the track for about 300 feet does.
First time racing over there in the black. Goes red though. Well, Brian Salvell here, tower side, going to take on Daniel Rankin.
If you wonder how that Ford on that last pass got so far ahead of me, it wasn't because it was Andy Wood and Casper. It was because it was first round of trophy, and he dialed a 1490 and ran a 1407. And couple that with that he red light. So yeah, he went about a second faster than he was supposed to, so I couldn't chase him down. Somebody's going to look at the score and say, how did he win if he ran slower? That's how. So he technically he lost as soon as he red lit. I had to go home after that. I couldn't stay any longer, so I was there for test and tune, so I didn't really care. My fastest pass was what that third run showed. Obviously my first run was blown with trying to avoid an accident. Second run, gaining confidence and traction, plus the playing with the shift point. Third run, so we made improvements. It ran a 1308. There was a headwind. I'm not an excuse maker. I'm not that guy that, well, it was this, it was that. Everything wasn't perfect. But I'll take a picture of this and I'll put it right beside the other one. We'll do a split screen and you can follow it down. I know that before it only ran to 8th mile because that's all they were running that day. So you can follow it down and there's something that jumps out at you that's pretty outstanding. So let's do that real quick. So look at the 60-foot 3:30 8th mile time, and you can see on the right that we did make small improvements with our changes. But the thing that should jump out at you is look at the speed. We lost 3/4 of a mile per hour, and that's due to the headwind. We were really happy with where we are with it. Ran a 13:08 against a pretty stiff headwind. Obviously, our 799 Hope was pretty much blown out of the water at this point with what small changes we made to it. But we did improve, and that's what you really ask for. you know, it's been a fun project to this point. Mostly done by me and my wife. My son-in-law Jake did help on the engine a little bit. You saw them videos, but mostly from the time we went and looked at it along the farmer's fence line to this point, pretty much everything, the film work, all the swaps is done by me and my wife. She's been a great help and all what she does. So we've really enjoyed it, and this is where we are with it. We're not done with it. But as you all know, we got a lot of other projects. We got the Magnum, Change and Challenge Duster. I got work that I'm going to be doing to the other Duster, the 76. And also the van, prepping that for No Names Nationals. So I hope the No Name Nationals guys have seen what happened. There's some real life, real experience right in front of my face, which I shared with you, of an almost crash, an oil down, and what that does. And there's a lot of lessons just in this one trip to the strip that we were able to get it all together and show you just what can happen and how it can be. There's a lot of people at No Names Nationals that has 10, 15, 30, 75 races they think they're going to do. 2 or 3 oil downs and there'll be about 2 or 3 races for the day. So you see how fast the sun goes down. You see how fast you can lose a couple of hours just over a shutdown like that. So keep all that in mind. Be safe, guys. We're having a blast. Thanks for watching. If you're still watching at this point, appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. Till next time.